Why do they do this? Disfiguring plastic surgery. Good looking women. Me, a non-native speaker, watching native speakers confuse there, and there. The type of meals your parents make the day you get your braces tightened. Watching old movies and TV shows. Getting to those parts that definitely wouldn't fly today. There's a dog behind you. What does he look like? If we are so technological advanced, why isn't there any artificial dopamine? Yo, what the duck? Guys, I'm starting to like jazz music. Going on social media. Looks inside. Nobody is social. When Pinocchio starts roasting you, but his nose doesn't grow. A virus is making people forget 80s rock bands. So, nobody knows the cure. When you look for a solution online, but it turns out you're the only one with that problem. I sell your data. I get rich. I become a lizard. I become a lizard. Told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. Sell me this pen. It's AI powered. Every company right now. Download Kilo Code. Or Draw 25. Stubbornly inefficient developers. When you eat something that you haven't eaten since childhood. Me, can I be candid with you? Don't you mean candid? Me. Me trying to watch YouTube seeing the red bar start to outpace the gray bar. How my dog looks at me begging for something that will literally kill her. Snail, you're still awake. I'm staying up all night because I'm studying different cultures so I can be recess more accurately. They're starting with that botox crap now too. How life feels when you realize that instead of defending your arguments, you can just call people who disagree with you retarded. When you fall back asleep after being asleep for 10 hours. 5 minutes later, that wasn't very effective. Yo dog, we heard you like Oreos, so we put Oreos in your Oreos, so you can eat Oreos while you eat Oreos. Me finding the perfect video to accompany my meal. 1 minute of unskippable ads. Penguins before the tariffs. Penguins after the tariffs. For our holy island, they shall pay the price. Correctly explaining a solution to a problem. Nobody understood a thing you said. Didn't even flinch lol. Hell nah. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, let's try to solve the mystery of why I can't remember why I went into the kitchen, but I can remember a random day from 1988. One does not simply dart under the blankets and not check the potency of the stink. How are the United States still loved by so many people if the internet managed to popularize many of its problems? You see something that you want to record, your phone gets stuck in your pocket, and the moment passes by. About to spice up family takeout night with some emotional damage cookies. You're beyond help. Unfortunate cookies. My family when it comes to watching movies they like. My family when it comes to watching movies I like. Guys, I had another faceless girl dream last night. Everyone, stop raising prices for games. AAA gaming companies. You know what? I'm gonna start raising prices even harder. You struggling to sleep after being rude to your friend. Corrupt leaders after ruining their country and killing thousands. Indiana Jones getting knocked out in an ease boxing match 30 times in a row. I didn't hear no bell. Showing classic films for the love of cinema. Showing classic films for the love of popcorn sales. You know what really grinds my gears? People pushing their cart in the middle of the lane at the store. Me watching my parents spoiled my kids, whilst me and my partner just stands there, as if we don't exist. Nobody but British people. It's a ginger cat. You have used 2 gigabytes of data. Why are you using mobile data? You have used 2 gigabytes of data. I'm at home, and Wi-Fi is on. Why are you using mobile data? You have used 3 gigabytes of data. Okay son, You can marry my daughter Derpedina, but I want to know where you work. Bad poker face. I work at Happy Cow, sir. Very good, but what exactly you do there? I keep the cow happy, sir. My best friend forever and I, making epic plans when we become fully grown adults. Betrayal from best friend forever. When you have money left over after paying rent. They told me I could be anything I wanted, so I became a god. First time watching Alien, I only watch women's movie reactions and then pretend I watch it with my girlfriend. I'm sorry, did the wrong people manipulate the stock market? My body after getting a deadly dose of alcohol and 2 packs of cigarettes in a span of 4 hours. OpenAI. No, say thank you to the robot. You're wasting my electricity bill. Hey, thanks man, appreciate your work. ChatGPT, beep boop. I can't believe he didn't cry during Titanic. Do men even have feelings? Assassin's Creed, Embers. Me, meow meow, my cat, wondering why I just insulted his entire bloodline and called him a catty. When a salesman sees an upscale neighborhood with no solar panels. At Easter brunch, explaining to my cousin why he shouldn't bet on the Dodgers this year. I finally found it. After 15 years. The scroll of truth. Got ya good. Nia. Former mercenary now working in mining. In his free time, he sometimes visits Earth for manhunts to relax. He does the tax returns for the other predators. You find the great Mario World ROM quack with a great story and beautiful artwork. It's a Keizo quack only meant for speedrunners. Normal Winnie the Pooh. Tuxedo Winnie the Pooh. When I try romancing a specific character, but I discover they're not player selectable, but are actually guy. Just like real life. Me still not figuring out how to stop the sound stuttering on my new 4K TV. Visible frustration. Make this an official picture for the word confusion. When you and your friend start playing chess, but both of you don't know what a chess is. 2 stupid humans with teeth. God's perfect divine plan. Get your legs ripped off by catnap. Or, draw 25. Dog Day. How it feels to play 3-word story with your friends. Everyone calculating their age. People born in 2000. His health bar is enormous. You should only eat 6 fries per serving. Harvard professor says. Shut the duck up, nerd. Anyone who carries a heat source in a holster is automatically my friend. Social media versus reality. Crackheads watching you pay with cash after you just told them you didn't have any money. Yes, I got pregnant after having a train ran on me. Don't care how you all feel about it. If it's a boy, name it Thomas please. I'm gonna talk to my mom. Treating women like objects. Treating objects like women. Me, that won't work. My girlfriend after it works. I'm going to work because I was embarrassed to dance on TikTok 5 years ago. Less salary with good sleep is better than huge salary with bad sleep. Me with bad salary and bad sleep. You are a lucky man is a polite way of saying I would duck your wife until we meet again. Dad on phone call. Yes, he is my son. Me. Producer, I need you to create box art that will look badass to American children. Graphic designer, no problem. I've got just the thing. Add picture of sobbing orphan. T. You are British and are cold, or too heat, or sleepy, or tired, or sad, or happy, or anxious, or have lost a limb, or it's the afternoon, or me. Finally ice. Satan. So, how was hell? Me. Guys literally only want one thing, and it's maple syrup for job from a goth girl under the table at Dennis. Random useless hobby I just discovered at 3 AM. Me. My actual responsibilities. The fall of Constantinople, but with a really cool Carnotaurus. Crush, show me what those lingers can do. Me. When she darts like your first cellmate and you start missing him. Friends, are you okay? Me who's visibly shaken. Keep calm, it's only a spike. It'll soon stabilize. Me realizing 2015 was 10 years ago and I'm still emotionally processing 2013. Toddlers asking exactly one profound question before going back to eating Play-Doh. Here lies my dropshipping business. Cause of doubt. 100 products tested. No sales. Lost $1,000 in testings. How Dollar General employees be when you pull up. POV. You look at me during the sad part of the movie. How the genie looks at me when I demand for vase to make a sound when aroused, just like Bellas do when hungry. Me feeling bad for making someone who made me feel bad. Y'all in high school versus y'all now. British people when someone say orange cat. Your granny watching you sweat all over the blanket she knitted. When you're sleeping, but and your alarm didn't ring yet, but the amount of sleep you're getting is suspicious. Put my head in a tree to see what was making all the noise. You'll never guess what was inside. When the cake recipe says, put one whole egg in it. Artists in human history. I'm gonna make the greatest work humanity has seen, no matter how long it takes. Artists in 2025. Ghibli style big titty goth girl in bikini. On the way, sir. Pretty girls with big bits. Heat girls with big babs. Cute girls with great personality and an oversized hoodie. Me waiting for the cashier to notice me after messing up the self-checkout again. When they respond with better sarcasm instead of being offended. Asked for a sign, what I should do today, and looked up. This is not Iron Man. Iron Deficiency Man lol. When a clearly fakey chick sends you a friend request and you see your boy as a mutual. Oh no, he's retarded. When you are asked by your doctor if you are sexually active. Me. Mom. Uncle. When you get fired from the clock factory after all the extra hours you put in. I haven't found what they broke yet. For those on a tight budget. The Toyota 4Runner. How bro be looking after he tapped my left shoulder, thinking I don't know it's him. 3-year-old me when the waiter calls me sir. Friends, you give the best relationship advice but you single. How is possible? Me, coaches don't play. My kids psycheing themselves up first thing in the morning to duck up my day. Where are you? I'm at the gym. Send pic. At the gym. They say toddlers are too young to wear makeup, but hear me out. Holy shit, the further I go down, the better the Wi-Fi gets. 1.3 gigabytes per second. I'm lost in a cave. I've been hiking for an hour and I'm lost, but the Wi-Fi is amazing. Should I come inside, or you're coming outside? Taco Bell presented experiments from their test kitchen and one was a badger plast pie. Me, about to eat something. My cat from nowhere. Hey Batman, your mama's so fat. You keep my mama's name out of your filthy mouth. Me in my room fighting my imaginary villain with all the martial arts I learned from the movies I watched. Are you going to sleep? Yes I am. Now shut up. Remember that one embarrassing time when listening to music during day, listening to music at 3 AM. Men will more often choose the carefree natural look on the left, the look on the right, women do for other women. The makeup industry is destroying our young women. Liking a TV show. Urge to look up the cast on Internet Movie Database. Gets a game from grandparents. It's for the wrong console. Approach this new year with the same reckless ambition as that guy in Frosty the Snowman who was quite literally ready to throw hands with Santa Claus over a hat. Life online. Life outside. Inside your own head. The simulation. When the deep state, my family, leaks classified information, my birthday, to their known informant, the waitress, and they all approach us clapping. Life is meaningless mother duckers when they sit and look at the night sky. They feel an overwhelming connection with the world around them and realize they are part of a whole instead of just a single creature among others. When you get so depressed, food doesn't comfort anymore, so you start losing weight naturally. Strunk. People who put ice in their beer. Absolutely barbaric. POV. 8-year-old you opening TV on the time of your favorite show. You find a different show playing. Who's Christian? And why is everyone telling me to marry him? Me and my kids on the Santa Tracker website watching as he completely skips over our small country to head straight to the US. Media saying video games cause violence. Me building a house for my wife and kids in Skyrim. Watching the kids running around playing hide and seek, remembering when that used to be me. I was there 3,000 years ago. My party playing their role and dealing with their backstory while having fun on a not safe for work session. Me waiting until the very last moment to create my dark and serious character. How did we end up with this guy again? You watch a show. It's quite enjoyable. This episode has a really cool storyline. It adds a new, deeper aspect to the show. Guys, I just had the weirdest dream. I heard the government is putting chips inside of people. I hope I get Doritos. Friendly reminder that everything the Grinch owns was thrown away by the people. He didn't have a dog when he moved to the mountains. Me telling the wife to put down the phone and stop pestering the family to look good for her Facebook wall. Me the next Christmas living in my friend's garage looking through Facebook to see if she gave him that present I sent. What is it with 2000s games and turret sections with horrible controls? Replaying old games. Turret sections. Me after throwing 50 single-use ding dong wrappers and 4 disposable 8s in the recycling bin after a bender. I'm doing my part. When you mentally prepare for an uncomfortable conversation after overhearing someone mention NASA at a family gathering. We've just overthrown the government of Brazil. We apologize to those who have been served a misleading message from a fake Twitter account. We have not overthrown a government since 1954. We live in an age where you can press a button and a deep web hitman shows up at your door and kills you. Technology is incredible. What button? What ducking button? My sister tells me to make my kids do more for themselves, and then she lifts a 75-pound puppy into her car because she checks notes, can't jump. Toddlers be like, no, I don't want that chicken, it's yucky, but I will eat this handful of dirt when you're not looking. If you die while making food in a slow cooker, whoever finds your body will have a nice warm meal waiting for them. They can also eat whatever is in the slow cooker too. Car salesman slaps roof of car. This bad boy can fit so much ducking spaghetti in it. A show targeted at teens giving a character a caffeine pill at beach shine because they don't want to have hard dog use on the show. A show targeted at 10-year-olds. How I sleep every night knowing online console gaming could have been completely free, but Microsoft popularized the subscription-based model that other competitors also started using. My console has the ability to connect to the internet, more controllers. Game devs, yup. And your game is multiplayer, right? Yup. And creating an online multiplayer game is significantly harder to do than local multiplayer, so if you can make the game have an online multiplayer option, that proves you can make it local multiplayer as well, right? That makes sense to me. Then make local multiplayer an option. Best I can do is online multiplayer only. What are they celebrating? They're celebrating a full orbit of their planet around the sun. I told you they're dumb. The fastest things on Earth. Cheetah. Airplane. Speed of light. Winter break. Big space rock. Makes big circle trip around big space fireball. Humans. Japan. Godzilla could totally destroy King Kong. He's a ginormous nuclear dinosaur and is the king of the monsters. America. Funny monk with club would win. Me and my homies watching peasants complain about being treated like turd and subscription price hikes. YouTube bots when they copper strike Steamboat Willie. Disney. Leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone. Japan celebrating New Year. A earthquake, mass hysteria, and a possible tsunami. Meeting someone new. They instantly see your damage which you're too close to understand for yourself. They start to use this knowledge to devour you, and you start to wonder why you need their approval so badly, and why you start to lose yourself. You withdraw from them, and their power over you fades. You grow wiser. If I had a nickel for every time Santa Claus flooded while I was on a trip to my lake house between Christmas and New Year's, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. My grandpa just showed me this picture of my great-grandmother with a German politician. My dad playing Candy Crush on his phone the whole day. My dad when I use my phone for a minute, I'd beat Ted. I'm a bus driver. If I'm having a bad day at work, I'll look in the mirror while driving and mutter to myself, "You're all cucumbers, aren't you?" and then tap the brakes twice so they all nod. When you gain a lot of karma from an amazing post but lose all of it on a dumb comment. Wolf demolishes houses and eats pigs. That one little pig that decided to cook and eat the wolf. Top of the food chain. Ma. Top of the food chain.